one of my good friends, I won't say who just in case they don't want me to say. I probably should have messaged beforehand, but it's early when I'm recording this video and they might not be awake. But they sent me some gift vouchers on Etsy as a Mother's Day present, a late Mother's Day present. So thank you to that person. She knows who she is. But I ordered some handmade watercolour paints from Novae, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Novae, and they were on Etsy. And I have opened the package up just to make sure that there wasn't like address on the inside. My address is on this side, and there was like the squiggly worms in one of the palettes, and then the other palette was wrapped in paper. And to just save time, I've just took them out, but I've not swatched them. I ordered 2 different palettes. I'll have the shop linked down below, but these are 2 separate palettes. But with this package, she sent this cute washi tape. I'm better off showing you this one. This one was on the packaging, but I wanted to keep it just to show you. So it's got stars and stuff on. So me doing the watercolour galaxies that I've been doing a lot of lately, that'll come in handy. But I think that it's too pretty that just to put on the paper to then rip off. So yeah, I'll find a nice use for that and not just using it for watercolour, hopefully. It's super pretty. So they put that in as an extra. And they put these 3 half-pan paints in as well as extras. Now, I did nearly order the green one of this, but they only had the full pan, and I thought, I'll test these out first, and if I like them, I'll purchase them in the bigger size. But no, they just sent them anyway with the package. Now, they do explain it on in the description, because they're handmade. They're not all going to look perfect or identical. They are going to have differences. Like the way that one's dried, there's a bit of a hole in the middle, there's a bit of a crack in that one. Now, the only other handmade watercolours that I've got is the metallics that are from a couple of different brands. And I've got a skin set that I purchased that was about £34 or £36 for 6 paints, I do believe. And as much as I do like them, I think they're quite crumbly. I don't know if they were, I think they get mould and stuff. I don't think they were mould enough, because when you paint with them, you're getting bits in it. So I'm hoping that that's not the issue. And then Rollo starts scratching. So yeah, I've got 2 different palettes. I know the name of this one because it's on it, but I don't know the name of this. Actually, I will just quickly check on the Etsy, and I'll let you know which ones these are called and how much they were as well. So this is the Galaxy one, Galaxy Witch Handmade, which Galaxy, as soon as I read that, I thought that was perfect for me for the pictures that I like doing. It says that they're out of stock now, sold out. So that was 38, no, that was 65 for this one, and this one was 38, because this one, I'll quickly show you, but I will go into more detail. I chose to get some of them in shells because I just thought that was so unique, so that one was a little bit cheaper. But yeah, as soon as I saw the Galaxy name on that, I thought that's right down my street. So that's the 2 palettes that I got. They're the paints that I got with it. Now, I do believe, is it this one or this one? I think it's this one, the Galaxy one. I can move this out of the way now. But it did come beautifully packaged. Like I said, I just took it off just to save time. Now, you're paying in the set for these colours. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 colours, and then you get these as extras. Now, the only thing I'll say, I mean, this one looks absolutely fabulous. Look at the different colours in that. I wonder if it's like a granulation one. I don't know. I think that's so cool. Don't know if the camera is going to pick up, but hopefully it'll pick up better. But these ones were classed as being free, I think. And I mean, there's not a lot in that. There's not a lot in that. But I do know that watercolour lasts a long time. And this one, there really isn't a lot in that. But again, I think it's because these ones were just free with it, just for maybe you trying out. Because these other ones, let's say this one for instance, look how packed that is. Now, this pack comes with magnets. They came like this, packaged like this, with little worms and stuff on top to keep them all organised. And I love a little palette that's decorated. I think that's acrylic paint. And then a Mod Podge over the top, I do believe. So that's the tin that they come in. Whereas this one, I mean, it probably will annoy me. I'm going to have to buy little magnets because there's no magnets on the bottom of these. So you're getting all these and then these shells as well, which I just thought were so cute. And look at them. I'll just turn it round. I think that's beautiful. So I can show you all the back of them. There's a bit of paint on that one and that one before I mess with them. But that just reminded me of being a kid and collecting shells. I love that one, that big one. I think that is so pretty. So yeah, I thought I'd swatch these on camera, whoops daisy, and see how I feel. I am really excited about this colour because it, as far as I saw on the website, it was like a really deep navy colour, a beautiful deep navy colour. So I was hoping that I would be able to, like, you know, move it round a little bit and just fit some of these in. And they do, they fit in perfect, so that'll do. But these shells I'll do separate. So we'll do this palette first, but like I said, just keep in mind that this and this is, they were sent for free. They were sent for free. And I've even got, I got these off Amazon last week and I've not used them yet, little pipettes. It's so cute. I'm easily amused. So I'll just put a couple of drops. I don't know how long these are going to take to activate or anything. And I'll put some in the shells as well. Just pop them to one side and just leave them for a second. And I am using watercolour paper. This is just a watercolour pad that I use for just, I nearly said sketching then, just for when I fancy watercolour. But I'll show you. There's and I've just left a blank page so I can do both of these sides. And then we'll do the same with these ones as well. So let's get a little bit more water. I don't know if that's going to be enough water. We'll see. Different brands use different like fillers and that sort of thing to put in the paints. So I think, let me just check the names again and I'll write the names on each side. I think that's the best way of me doing it. So we've got the Summer Beach, which is that one. So we'll do that one first. We'll put Summer Beach and then I'll put 3 colours down here. And then the other side was the Galaxy Witch. It was a witch, yeah. Galaxy Witch. Let's see how we get on. I'm really intrigued by these. That one looks beautiful. It's got like shimmers and stuff in it. So I'll leave them for a couple more seconds and be right back. So I think we'll go for the shells first. We'll go for this blue one. Let's just have a see here. Sometimes it's really difficult to get on camera what they actually look like in real life. But there's plenty of paint on this one. I imagine that this will last a long time. Wow, that's beautiful. Put the extra. I hate wasting paint. I hate it. So that has got, it's like a blue undertone, but it's got bits of golds and greens in that one. That's on the big one. Let's have a see. Let's see what this gold one's like. You've got a gold and then like a bronze and then a copper. So I have got a couple of gold paints, like the Coloro. Let's add a little bit more water to that. It's still very pretty, that one. Very pretty. It'd be interesting to see how these dry as well. Let's go in this gold one. We'll put that straight underneath. Yes, that's slightly darker. And then the more bronzy one, look how cute that is. It's the small things in life, isn't it? No pun intended. That is very, very pretty. That's like a rose gold colour, that one actually. Right, so we'll go straight into the palette now. I'll move this over here and then you can see which colours that I'm swatching. That might be better. So we'll go with, these are the three colours that are down here. We'll put like that, and then I don't get confused because it doesn't take much. So the yellow. Oh, that's beautiful. Look, I barely even dipped my brush into that. I'm very impressed with that. And then this shade. I think this one is going to be a little bit more, yeah, can you see? Is it translucent? Let's give it another minute or so. But I do think that one's going to be more translucent. Yeah, so that's like a burly there colour, really delicate, that one. And then with the grey, I've made my swatches too big. I always do this, I get carried away. And that's a similar, so it's more of a translucent shade. And then we've got this brown colour, which is a lovely earth colour. And that one's really, really pigmented as well, just as much as the yellow. But I'm really impressed with that. It's so beautiful. And I've got high hopes for this one. Let's put this one down here. So I'm getting a couple of the little bits that, like I spoke about in the last palette. Maybe I've not left it long enough. But isn't that a gorgeous shade of royal blue? You can get it really deep and dark, so that'll be perfect for the galaxies and stuff that I like to do. So the three colours, you're getting this darker shade of brown, which looks like a chocolate brown to me. A little bit more translucent. Into this green. This is like a sage green. Oh, look how pigmented that is. And that one just goes on and on and on. And then what about this one? I think, was this one called Earth Red? So it got the name, it's not got the name on it, but I'm sure that this one was called Earth Red when I was looking on the website. So that's a little bit more translucent as well, which I thought that might be a little bit more like the green, but you can build it up. Like I said, I'm interested to see how these dry. I still don't feel like I'm only just really dabbling into watercolour, so I don't know the scientific names of what you call different things, and I know you can get things, paints that granulate and stuff. But again, it's all new to me, this. It is all new. So we'll move on to the Galaxy one. I think we'll do the same. We'll do these three colours here that were free with the palette first. I don't know what to expect from this yellow, to be honest. It just looks like a really pastel yellow to me. And it is beautiful. I wish they'd give me more of that colour. That is gorgeous. Right, so make sure I'm being a little bit smaller with the swatches. This one looks like it's a turquoise maybe. Oh, it might even be the same colour as that. I'll just show you. If not, it's very, very, very similar. Let's see. See, I think that's the same colour as the one in the shell. But we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. But it does look very, very similar. And then we've got this one that really does intrigue me at the bottom, which is all these different colours. There's purples, I can see blues, pinks, oranges. But does it then just mix into one colour? It does by the looks of it. It's like a shimmery So that'd be perfect for adding stars. Adding stars and a little bit of sparkle over the top, I think. Onto the actual palette and try and be mindful of the amount of swatching space that I've got. So this one's lovely and pigmented. So add a little bit more water to that. I think this is a nice selection of colours, this as well. We'll go with this blue. It looks very similar to that blue in the other palette, but I'm sure I checked the names and there wasn't any duplicates. But maybe she didn't add the ones in the shell, because that looks very similar to that shade to me. But more, maybe a little bit more blue, where the other one's more green. And then onto this shade. That one's super duper pigmented. That would be really nice on like a sea scene with that yellow and then the orange, and then deepen it up with that. See, I'm getting ideas, I'm getting ideas. This green, and that one's beautiful and pigmented as well. They feel really creamy as well going down. So is this one black? Just here. Let's put that there. That just looks like it's straight black to me, but let's just, again, we'll have to wait until it's dried to really know what it's going to look like. And then onto this raspberry shade. Oh, that one's pretty. And then of course I'm going to really like the pink. Of course I am. Let's put the pink here. Yep, and that's, oh, look at that one. I think so far that pink is my favourite. Yep, I think that pink is my favourite. And then we've got like a mauve purple. We'll put that here. I'm running out of space. That one's really pretty as well. So I can understand why she's called this the Galaxy palette. Definitely. And I was right by saying it was right down my alley. To a true purple, and then this one looks like more of a blue purple. So we'll put that here. That's super pretty as well. And then the very last shade. I need a little bit more water on that one. And see, that one's more translucent, that one. But you could always use the blue from the other palette. I mean, you don't have to keep these in the palettes that she's made, because they're my palettes now. So you could always move things around. But yeah, that's more of a bluey purple, I think. But yeah, that's the colours. I will wait until they're completely dry and come back. So that's what they look like, completely dry. I'm really, really happy with them. I do wish that I had more of this colour, this creamy yellow colour, which was the free one that came with this palette. Now I don't know if she sells them open stock, but I'm not overly keen on this shade and this shade. I do think that they are so incredibly similar. I'm hoping that it picks up on camera that they're very, very similar as well. But overall, I'm really, really happy with them. And what I'm actually going to do now is, I'll speed it up for you guys, but I'm just going to do a little, I'll do it on this side of the paper, a little galaxy painting, just to show you how I'm going to use these paints. Just let me just double check and make sure everything's dry. We've got a little bit of green at the bottom, so I'm going to have to leave that for a tiny bit longer. I'll just smudge it. But yeah, I want to do a little painting on this side just to show you. I might even do two small ones. I think that purple's still a tiny, tiny bit wet. But I think overall, I mean, the Galaxy one is just beautiful. But with mixed with the Galaxy with this colour and that colour, I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So that's just 2 little cute, very quick galaxies. It's not 100% dry, so I imagine that this is going to bleed, but it's just in my little sketchbook or whatever you want to call it, just for me practicing. I just wanted to see how the paints would react and react like to water, how they would lay down. They lay down really nice. I didn't bother trying them 2 lighter shades. I'll have to see how I get on with them. Maybe you might have to put a couple of layers down, and I just used some of the PH Martins Bleed Proof White just to add some stars onto that. But it's just really easy. I do really like this one, but I always gravitate towards pinks and purples, and I just wanted to add a splash of colour to that one. But overall, I think they're absolutely beautiful paints. It's just unfortunate with them 2 colours that are unbelievably similar. I'm going to have to check on the website to see. But that the pink at the top is my absolute favourite. I think it's so beautifully pigmented. That one, and then that blue as well. That one's really uber nice, and then the one that came on the shell, which is the one that's got the shimmery stuff on it. But I will leave these the shop for these linked in the description. I think they do like pins and washi tapes and that sort of thing as well. And again, thank you to my friend who sent me the voucher for me to purchase these. So thank you for watching, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.